Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Silly Saturday video. Today we're on the Machinist and we are going to be playing an aura stacking build or aura farming, and it's going to work with Beacon of Light, Unexpected Arsenal, and then Reroll Mastery. We're running Synergetic, Divine Legacy, Advanced Tactics, and Battle Proficiency. We are running the character's second weapon, the M249 HSG.50. Mine's level 9, but we're going to go into Titan Hunt plus 6 because the aura skills are actually extremely strong, so I'm not really worried about the difficulty of that as long as we get the 2 auras we need. And we're going to start with Midorak so we can do the Brittle to Colossal as well, but that's not going to, I mean it will work because we've got the Brittle, but we also just need to get the right skills. So we took Reroll Mastery to make sure we did that. There are a lot of aura skills in the game, guys. Earth Shield, Lava Shield, Fire Shield, not Fire Shield, Lava Shield is Fire Shield, Ice Shield, all the shields count as auras. There's Combustion, which is an aura. There's the four skills or 5 skills that the Machinist has that are auras. It's just crazy. There are a lot of auras in this game, so if we're looking to play an aura build and that we're using something that you guys didn't really want us to use, you can just let me know down in the comment section and we can swap or try play something similar if there's a skill that you would have liked to have seen. I do know some of you want to see an only shield build. That would be Arcane Shield, the Ice Shield, Earth Shield, and the Lava Shield. But I don't know how well it would work in Titan Hunt. Like this I know can do plus 6 or even higher. But using the shield skills, obviously we'll try it on plus 0. At first, and if it works really well, then you know I can always try it again, because there's no actual stacking skill that deals damage. There's no skill there that's going to really push the boundaries of damage for us, and that's what the one problem, the only problem with the build will be, is where do we get our damage from. So that's all, but we'll see. Anything is possible. Okay, super bad luck. We'll take the Lightning Surge for now. Damage increase over there and cast frequency. Wow, that was, talk about bad luck for skill upgrades. Not a single upgrade that we're looking for. Okay, we actually get 2 now, so that's fun. There's the biggest one. As you can see, it does set as an aura. And here's Lightning Shield, which we've actually never ever used. So Lightning Shield applies Dazed and we gain Electrified, so that's going to be really fun. I also want the Agile there, so I am going to pick it up. And then we kind of lose out on a little bit of damage, but that's not really that important. The only thing is we are going to grab Brittle to Colossal, because we want these to be really large auras. We want them to fill the entire screen, and doing that means that we now have a area of effect problem for visuals, which isn't really too much of a problem, but it is something that's going to, you know, have to turn down visuals for, because as you can see, this is quite a hectically dark aura for our unstable reaction. So having that up while we have huge AoE is going to be really, really bad for us. There's the last one, or the next one, sorry, Crystal Shard. And then we're still looking for a couple of others, but we can just wait. I think it's just Combustion is one, and then we're looking for the Beacon of Light. So there's Combustion, we can get rid of Arcane Power. Area of Effect's not necessary. Multicast is good. We'll keep 2 general upgrades. We don't want to upgrade any of them. We'll get a lot of good upgrades for them regardless of that. And we actually got a lot of aura going around us, which is fantastic. So as you can see, they're called auras because they really just orbit our character. But I mean, I guess maybe the name should be changed to orbiters instead of auras, maybe, because like an aura you think is like a buff. Like I would think the buff skills would be called auras, but they just area empowerment. So the fact that it's called aura is a bit weird. Orbiters would be, I mean, I guess maybe they should add a new tag for the skills like these ones, because they orbit your character. They're not really an aura per se, but I guess because it's a constant, then that's why it's called that, but I don't know. Okay, multicasting's good. Grab some critical strike chance. We're still just looking for our Beacon of Light. but majority of the skills we needed have been received, which is good. I'm not going to worry about potency. I'm not going to even banish it because we are getting rid of it. We don't need any of the skill chains either, although that could be quite strong, but I'm not. I'm going to banish them. There's going to be a few of them. Area of effect for them as well. The damage is much better. We had to use a reroll there, which I didn't really want to do, but whatever. It is what it is. And then the only reason we can do +6 is because of the brittle skills, the brittle aura. So that's why I knew we could do +6. Because I know that the skills we're using are extremely strong.
This model's shaping up. That door won't last.
Okay, we can grab our ascension over here. Makes us even more powerful. And we just need the +2 over here, which will be a nice easy one because it's going to be a bunch of tentacles. Just don't get slammed into the ground by them. Alright, last tentacle. Save up as many skill points as possible for the reroll. We get 10. Let's see what the game gives us. So we can't reroll just yet. Luckily, there's nothing for like what that not getting the skill isn't the end of the world. So there we go. We got it anyway. So fantastic. So that's why I wasn't really worried. We do get the area of effect upgrades anyway, but we're going to stop grabbing those regardless because now we're going to be fighting the boss. We just got to turn the visuals down a little bit because otherwise we're not going to be able to see the effects on the floor for the boss, and we might lose a little bit of HP and things like that, and we don't want that. We want to defeat this boss like there's no tomorrow. So there you go, absolutely wrecked thanks to the resonating crystal. And now we hope for the reroll to come. There we go. So brittle to colossal. What has piercing here? That has piercing. That's very interesting. Do we have radiance? We do. Okay, let's go get our radiance to finesse as well then. So we'll grab this. And we can grab a radiance to finesse and see what's happening. So as you can see, this is the reason why we're not going to worry about the visuals too much. We are completely, oh my goodness, we actually got like whacked over there by something. So a complete cluster of Fs right in front of us. I don't know what else to tell you about this. We're actually getting a lot of levels for free as well from it. So I don't even know what's happening. We don't need the area of effect anymore. We're going to grab this over here. And look at this, I'm literally just getting more and more XP by not even doing anything. So it's a bit crazy. Cannot even see where I am. So let's just lower the visibility, guys, so that we can at least see a little bit. We'll put it at 2 so we can at least see and go from there. But this was the point. The point was for us to just have immense amount of area of effect with the skill. Because it's a silly Saturday, so we wanted to make the build as silly as possible. We have already done huge area of effect builds with this, but I thought it would be really funny. And the fact that we have 3 brittle skills makes us get to a really high amount of area of effect. However, the way that it works is no matter how many stacks of colossal you get, you can only have 1,000 area of effect getting that colossal. The only reason the stacks allow you to go over 1,000 is because there are some skills that scale with these buffs. So all these buffs have a limit, a hard limit of 1,000 as an actual buff to your character, but the stacks can overstack, like finesse. For instance, if you're playing Slice and Dice stacks with the amount of finesse stacks that you have on your character. So you can get 20,000 finesse stacks so that the skill can do a lot of damage, but only 1,000 of those are increasing your multicast chance. So the buff only lasts till 1,000, but the stacks will still keep growing for your character so that you're able to increase those skills that need it. So yeah, just in case you ever wondered about that and wanted to know how it all worked and why you were still able to do it. Area of effect is not needed. Damage is more than welcome. Thank you very much. We'll grab movement speed, health. I don't think we need any of these. It's legendary, so I'm just going to skip it, but it might be a little bit of a problem later on when we trying to get other skills and that shows up, so we might land up destroying it. Prismatic cannon is an interesting one. I'll put it down in the description of the video, but it actually applies shattered, brittle, fragile, and a whole lot of other things. It is a prismatic cannon, so it does actually have a lot of missing power in the actual text. There's no tooltip for it, so you can't like hold down Q on it, but it actually has a lot of power that it's not telling you about, like applying all these different effects that otherwise we should maybe know about. But yeah, so I hope one day that tooltip adds it, just so like if we press Q we can see what it says, but it doesn't have it there. Even if it doesn't say the skills it adds, but at least if you press Q, like all the other abilities, it shows it there. So if you're worried about like you know, it taking up too much space on the screen, having the additional things like adds certain negative effects or powerful negative effects applied. I mean, that could even be the wording, applies powerful negative effects, and then when you press Q it tells you which negative effects are there. But right now it's like a hidden, like a little bit of a secret as to them applying different negative effects. Unless you just go into a game, activate it with no skills and see what the negative effects on the enemies are, then you'll know, okay, this is this and this is that. But otherwise you're going to have no idea that these things do these, which isn't really fair. Okay, so we did this so we can grab ourselves the duration is good, so that we could grab ourselves finesse. There we go, radiation to finesse. Radiance to finesse. So we'll see how much radiance we actually get. We can also go fragility to radiance, wasn't it? Let's see what else he has here, because I think even the crit damage, cast frequency and crit damage could be very good. But let's see how many why do I hear that weird music? That's not weird, but what, that music is coming from the Machinist. Okay, we don't have enough finesse stacks, but I'll show you now. If we activate our Ascension, when it does eventually show up, you'll see that the finesse stacks will grow a lot, which means that it does actually apply radiance as well. So there we go, we just got it. And yes, you can see it. I guess we just don't have enough. So we're going to 50 stacks. That's not nearly enough of a damage boost compared to what I was thinking we would get or what I wanted. So that's a bit unfortunate. A bit of a wasted passive points over there. We even get a beautiful golden goblin to feed off of, which we will definitely take advantage of. And we have a lot of multicast is a good one, so we'll grab that. But we have a lot of skill points, which is very, very weird. We don't usually have this many levels. So either we've just been very lucky with the magnetics that we received, which is probably what it is. If we take a look, we're at 120% already, so definitely that. But we've been super lucky with them. I don't need the area of effect, so we'll ban that one. And then we can grab the multicast for there, multicast there, merciless damage. Ooh, look at those beautiful damage upgrades. Over here, it's probably better to grab this damage, just because it's going to then apply to the resonating crystal as well, which is the main skill for the entire run. And we'll go from there. But yeah, very easy build to run. If you want to start off with the resonating crystals, you can still use the same setup, but you just run the first weapon with the arcane resonating crystal and crystal shard. So that is the option that you can do. But otherwise, I thought it would be fun to start off with Unstable Reactor, and we get the Lightning Shield there as well. Oh, by the way, that's a shield skill. Huh. So if you guys ever want to see a shield skill, there's this shield skill as well. So we get a Dazed, we get a Slow, we've got Shattered on a shield, and we've got a Protecting Shield from Arcane Shield as well. So quite an interesting one. And we've got Healing from Earth Shield. So we've got Earth Shield, Lava Shield, Ice Shield, this shield over here, lightning shield. We've got the yeah, that's pretty good. I think there's some really good shields out there. Maybe it is practical. Maybe because of the Dazed we can actually do something with it. And we've got Arcane Shield there to heal us and to actually deal damage as well if we were lucky enough to get things going, but we'd have to check on that one. We could do Burn, which means this will probably be ridiculously strong, but we get a slow stack there. Multicast is very good. Increase the bonus damage while the cannon is active. So the bonus damage is currently 48. You click on that, it goes to 52, which is multiplicative damage, by the way. So you do want to actually grab these. Damage increase for everything but the arcane skills is still pretty good. Blocking damage. Every time you cause a critical strike, you have a chance to gain aptitude. We do already have over 150%. That's only a 1% chance. I know you guys have thought it was actually pretty good. 4% aptitude means that if we go and divide 4 into 60 over here, we would actually need to have that many stacks with a 1% chance to get that 60% critical damage. So I actually think that Gold Rush for us, based on chance and how long it takes us to actually cast here, although it's on every time you critically strike. Let's test it. That's 1% though. I'm really not happy with the 1%, but let's test it and we'll see where we can go from there, because I think it still has the opportunity to outshine that. So we're looking at 60%. We're at 336. We don't have any aptitude on our build, so we just need to get to over, over 400 aptitude, and we know that it was better than getting the Gold Rush, which would have just been a flat 60%. So we'll see. We just need like 20 stacks and we'll be fine. We just need to make sure if we pick up a Merciless, we take that into consideration. Also, those are very, very fast, slow to disarray, by the way. Like very, very fast. Okay, more crits, good. A bit more slow. There's the disarray finally. And we can do disarray to disoriented now. Damage for everything, beautiful. We don't need the bleed. I'm just going to re-roll here. Multicasting is good. Movement speed, duration of the prismatic cannon. Critical strike, more damage, armor. Alright, so again, 336. Let's see if it helps us. We do Aranak as the final one to get the disarray to disoriented as well. And okay, it did actually, it's far better. I guess with the current build we're using, we can actually stack the aptitude really, really well. I guess we have a lot of multicast, so... Oh yeah, also if we get our critical strike chance up to 100%, then... Oh no, but it doesn't work that way, guys. So if you have 200% critical strike chance, it does not mean that it is going to be doubling your like costs on crits or anything like that. What it does is it doubles the... let's say you have 200% critical strike chance. What it's going to do is add your crit damage twice to the attack. So essentially you're just doubling your damage. Instead of having a single crit, it's as if you have crit twice, but you don't actually hit twice. So it doesn't help with negative effects or things like that as well. My whole life has been a lie, and I learned about this the other day. So I've been informing you guys a little bit incorrectly with how that works. We were discussing it the other day in our Discord, and I had to speak to the developers and other players, and they told me exactly how it worked properly, because I wasn't entirely sure. But I do believe there is a video somewhere out there of me telling you that if you get like a cast on crit burn or whatever, then you're applying more stacks when your crit's over 100%, so like 100, 200%. So yeah, I was always wrong about that. I'm not afraid to admit it. And the fact is that it only increases the damage you do with the critical strike chart. The crits, it doesn't actually apply more stacks or anything like that. So yeah. Just thought I'd let you guys know. Alright, prismatic cannons damage, let's go. There's some merciless 880. That's crazy. Slow to disarray is also good. Prismatic cannon, more critical strike chance. The higher our crit as well. I mean, yeah, the higher our crit, the more damage we're actually going to be doing, because again, it makes it so that the critical damage applies multiple times instead of just once. So getting 200% crit is a definite yes. And we're going to have disoriented now, which we don't actually have. Oh, we've also got purify, actually. This is a very well thought out buffing build. Alright, there's disarray to disoriented, didn't even need to reroll. And I think what we can reroll is some big upgrades like these damage increases to lasting skills and things like that. So we'll try and look for those ones and go from there. Should take us about a minute or so before we can fight the Void King, and then we should be a-okay. Just the final step of the puzzle. We've got this. If we get lucky, of course. I wonder how bad it is visually now. Nah, it's still terrible. This is why we need the visuals off, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to do that one. Let's get some upgrades over here. Some damage, duration. We can re-roll a couple of times. Get more of the damage. Might as well go for the skill chain because it doesn't actually matter. Grab our ascension because it does have increased duration as well. And damage. Buff for us. But back to 0.2 there. That was, I don't know what happened. I think one of the bosses cast and I didn't defeat them fast enough, so we just took the damage. Alright, there's a +3 and a +4, so that's 7. Oh, that's +2, not +3, my bad. So there's actually only 6, so that puts us at 11. Oh, there we go. Double 4s. That's exactly what we need. And then we fight, and then we're done. So that's GG's. Very easy. It's beautiful when the game gives you double 4s like that, one next to the other. And there we have it. So let's go beat up the Arcane Weaver and go from there. So critical damage, beautiful. Damage is beautiful. Let's look at, see what we can get here. Again, multicast. Yeah, let's just grab some Relentless while we're at it. And I do wonder what the skill's damage is going to be. This is a +6, which we've never done before. So it's our first time doing a +6 actually. And the higher you go, the more damage your skills do because enemies have more HP. So even though the skill would be doing the same amount of damage in a +1 than it is in a +6, it's not like you're doing more damage. But the way that it works is you actually land up. Oh, there's no Void King. Ah, it's because we're doing a... Oh, I forgot about that. Oh well. Well, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a 14.5 minute run. +6 down the drain. A highest sigil that we have currently done. 3.1 trillion. Unstable reactor actually doing quite a lot of damage. So I'm quite happy with that. And then our force field actually coming in 4th place with damage, and Radiance actually dealing more damage than our Prismatic cannon. So that's quite interesting to see which ones deal the most damage. Of course, we did focus damage on this, and it is a damage stacking, a skill, so that will do the most damage. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time. Cheers.